I'm Tabby, and welcome to another episode of All Things Witchy. First, I want to discuss what it is that my channel is going to be about. I think that this channel is going to, first and foremost, appeal to those who are beginners, who may not know where they want to go in their practice, and so they're trying to do as much research as possible to figure out who they are and where they want to go and who they want to become. Secondly, I think that this channel is going to appeal to those who are looking for another perspective. And so I will try my hardest to give you interesting topics and give you another interesting perspective that you probably haven't seen that often. So my belief system is that I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in the divine. I do believe in angels. I do believe that we are all here having a human experience, that we came from the divine and that we will return to the divine when we leave here. I do feel like some of us have more things to learn, and so we repeat this cycle over and over and over again until we have learned whatever it is that we need to reach enlightenment or fulfillment or whatever it is you want to call it. I do believe that there is more than one path to God or the divine. I don't believe that there is a right or wrong way to do things when you are using the title of witch or when you are focusing on your spirituality. I believe that people should be able to practice how they want to, and that there shouldn't be any super harsh or strict rules, and that if they don't follow these harsh or strict rules, that there's going to be some sort of punishment at the end of life. So what is my practice? What I believe and what I practice is when I pray, I make sure that I am intentional on what I'm praying for, that I am praying for something specific, and that I am keeping in mind how I want whatever it is to come to me. So I believe in the harm none philosophy or belief system, if you want to call it that. So at the end of my prayer, I say, so that this may harm none, or let it come to me in a way in which this will harm none. And that's just me, so that I feel as if I have covered all of my bases in a sense. That is not necessary, honestly. And not many people who use the title of witch or believe that they are witches or believe in this type of way of life, this craft, this spirituality, whatever you want to call it. Not everyone believes in that harm none philosophy. That's just me. Like I said before, I believe it was on my Facebook post or in my intro video, I do take from many different traditions. First and foremost, my background is hoodoo and root work. That has been generational, that has come down my family line, and I'll go more into what hoodoo is and what that root work is and what it looks like. Pretty much, we believe in angels, we believe in the saints, we believe in God. We pray, however, that looks different. And some people think of it as, oh, that's scary, or you're putting hexes on people, or you're cursing people. And there is an aspect of that in there. However, I look at things, I look at the craft, I look at spirituality, I look at your way of thinking, the way you do things. I look at it as a tool. I look at it like it's a hammer. You can use that hammer to build a house, to build a shelter, to build a dwelling where you and your family can have peace and enjoy one another, or you can use that same hammer to tear down and to destroy, cause destruction. So that is my viewpoint on witchcraft, hoodoo, root work, things of that nature. I do not feel that having an alternative path is bad. That's just not my belief system. I do not believe that it is bad. And there are some who will argue, oh, it's devil worship. No, the devil has nothing to do with this. Oh, well, the Bible speaks against it. Does it really? Does it really? And that's just my belief, my philosophy, and there are those who disagree, and that's fine. The other thing that I wanted to touch on is manifestation work. This seems to be the big thing that people are so into, is manifest. If you think it, then you can create it, which is true. But if you do not do it properly, you can manifest things into your life that you really don't want. And it all has to do with your focus and your intention, and whether or not you have doubts in the back of your mind, or do you even believe what it is that you're trying to manifest? Do you believe that it really will happen? Do you believe that it really will come true? If it's to the place where you are that doubtful, then maybe now is not the time for you to manifest. And that sounds like, something that is really hard to hear, but it is the truth. There are times where you're not supposed to be trying to manifest. There are times when you're not supposed to be trying to, attract. Maybe it's time for you to sit, do your shadow work, do your research, sit and listen to what the universe is telling you. Maybe you're supposed to be taking in, listening, and not so much trying to put out there, I want this, I need that, And when you really, truly know what you want, and you really, truly are ready to receive, then that's when that manifestation work really works, and it's successful, and it doesn't come to you as if you're moving against the grain. It comes easier. I don't want to use the word easier, because nothing's easy per se, but it's not a tremendous struggle. Okay? So with all of that being said, I think that my final thought for this video is to let you all know, whether you are a beginner in spirituality or practicing witchcraft or whatever your path is, just know that everything is energy, and perfecting your craft is learning how to move that energy to create and to make changes that you want. It is creating the reality that you want. That takes work. Whether it's psychic work, whether this is you physically writing things down and putting it in a box, whether it is you lighting a candle and praying to whichever deity that you pray to, or praying to the angels, or putting it under your pillow and wishing upon a star. Whatever method you use, there is work to be had in order to manipulate and move that energy. Everything is energy. We are energy. What we put out, what we take in, it is all energy. And so you hear people say, this doesn't resonate with me, that doesn't vibe with me, I don't like that vibe. That's energy. All of that is referring to energy. So what I keep in mind is I believe whatever energy I put out there, in some form or another, it's going to return to me. Not necessarily if I put out negative, then I'll get back negative, because I believe that sometimes putting out negative is justifiable. But I know that everything that moves has some sort of cycle to it, and that if I move something, then something else will shift, and then something else will shift. And so that energy is constantly moving, and in a way, that energy will return in some form or another to me. So whatever it is that I am doing, I am mindful of what I am doing. I am mindful of how I am doing it. And so that is something that, as a beginner, or as someone who is trying to dive deeper into their spirituality and into their practice, that is something that you need to take into account. That is something that you need to be mindful of. And I don't want this to sound super heavy, because it's heavy, but then it's not. It's just something that you have to be mindful of, and something that you have to think about in whatever you're doing. I also wanted to add that my spiritual path was not an easy one. It was not easy for me to first accept who I was. I ran away from who I was and what I truly believe for a very long time. Whether it was to please others, or for fear of backlash, for fear of not being accepted, I ran away from that for a very long time. And I finally decided that I was going to be me. I was going to do what was going to make me happy, regardless of what other people thought. And that's easier said than done. It took a lot of work to get to where I am, and to truly understand myself, and to truly appreciate myself for even coming as far as I have. So I say that to say that I know there are some people out there who are still in the broom closet. There are people out there who are still struggling with, do I want to go down this path? What are people going to think? Or am I going to go to hell for this? Or, whatever those negative thoughts are, just know that you have to do what is going to make you happy. You have to do whatever is going to allow you to love yourself and be happy with yourself and be happy with who you are, regardless of what other people think. And like I said, it took me a while to realize that, and it took me a while to finally say, you know what, to hell with whatever, I'm gonna do me, pretty much. And I've been happy since I have made the decision to just live my witchy self and do it the way I want to do it. So I hope that this first video of mine, I know it's a lot of rambling, I apologize. I just wanted to go ahead and get a video out, since I am new to YouTube, and since I have been promising people that I was going to come out with a video. There are a lot of people who really want to know my perspective on certain things, and so I just wanted to go ahead and get this video out. Like I said before, there are more interesting topics coming your way. Like I said, I will be talking about spell work, how to do specific spells the way I do it. You don't have to do it the way I do it. I'm just going to share my practice, how I practice manifestation, how I practice banishing, how I practice protection spells, deity work, which deities do I work with, if I work with any. That would be cool to know. Am I what they call a Christian witch? Ooh, that topic is very touchy. A lot of people hate that term, and I am so excited to discuss that topic. Also, diving more into hoodoo, conjure, root work, that type stuff, what it means, and some of those things. I'll be talking about different herbs and plants that you can use and what you could use them for, you know, what spells you could use them for. You know, I'll talk about all types of things. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go ahead and end it because I'm rambling now. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, witches.